things that I like to create are mostly something that you cannot hold in your hand. Something like music or performance that happens only once. And I don't know why I'm so attracted to things that can disappear so quickly. But that quality is so important. So initially, when I first arrived in Water Valley 14 months ago, I was expecting this place to be like an artist in residency and just work in an isolated environment. I had the composition in mind that I wanted to work on. I was just working on it every day until I started to discover inspiration in town. My first project was a soundscape. What I did was to go around with my recorder and a microphone and collectively trying to give an impression of this town. And I went to the museum and recorded Jack Sr. blowing train whistles and banging on the train bells.
Can I have a seat?
Sure, I want to show you something.
Okay.
So I went to see John Davis.
This wire that you're using,
Yeah.
that may be what you really want to do. But I have some small stainless steel
Okay.
wire. I'll give you some.
So while I was looking for a good sound to collect, I met lots of people. It became a whole afternoon leading to the next day. These people telling me about their personal stories or story about the town. So I put all this together to create a unique soundscape that gives an impression of the town as a whole, also having this compositional structure to it. So these are from train tracks. And these are old guitar strings from Kevin Geyer. He's a musician in town. He plays a bunch of instruments. So, I just walk around town and I can find these things, just the materials and people who can teach me how to do things. It's so special. The thing about Water Valley is that I speak to one person about new idea, and then this person will talk to another person, and then before I know it, everything just falls on my head. So I'll give you an example. So one day I invited Snooki and Mary Lou for lunch, and when they're leaving, Snooki says, "I will give you an opportunity that you rarely get." And I was like, that sounds really fishy, I shouldn't. And he says, "Come with me to my office." What the girl? You want to meet us there?
I mean, I've got a closed office, so it's cluttered. All my family we came out of retail, and since then, I've accumulated a few things. It's my office, and this is just what's left. You might see the junk that I had in here.
You have lots of cats?
Yeah, you want a cat? We collect things, I mean, and you call me a pack rat, maybe. You know, see all the glasses over there? They're from 31 years of going to a bank convention. I got a glass every year for a bank convention, or 2 glasses. But the office is full of old stuff. In other words, in my home, I have years scratched dining room furniture.
Electric chord organ. Is this an accordion?
I think it's empty, open it and see.
Snooki had all these old beautiful accordions, and I got really, really excited to see them. But thing is, everything is broken.
We didn't consider them junk. We consider them something that could be used by someone. If you look at them, we got one back here, it's just beautiful. What do you call that thing right here?
Those are keyboards.
So in the end, I picked one accordion, German-made, possibly 100 years old, and I would say 85% broken. The other one is more functional, Italian-made, full-size accordion. That's how they came to my house. Now, what happened is that for 2 nights I could not sleep. It felt like they are injured old dogs that I had to take care of, and I wanted to save them, especially the German-made accordion later we named Annette. She was falling apart. It felt like it was her last breath. Even if I had restored them, they wouldn't have been in their original state. There's going to be something always broken. And then I realized that there is another way to give them another life. So I decided to use all the broken notes, all the crumbling down parts of the accordion making all kinds of strange noise. That became the core part of this composition. This composition is really about what she can do in her present state, the broken state. It's going to be probably her last performance. So I'm preparing for this event called Evening with Broken Accordions and people who love them. The Snooki now goes around and tells everybody that I stole his accordions. For me, it feels like these accordions were dropped on my head by Snooki. So we have disagreement on this. It has been a process of a big discovery, using different kind of sounds that this accordion can create without conventional pitched sound. Her bellow is not in a very good shape. The air leaks and sometimes she sounds suffocating. But that's the sound that I play with a lot. With that, I'll add some other noise like key clicks and bellow rub. So combined together, it creates a very unique sound. There's a lot more thing that I can do with this instrument because she's broken. All I wanted to do was to settle down in a quiet place to compose something that I would perform elsewhere. That's all I expected to do. And it turned out I can actually get the inspiration of the town itself or people who lives here. So this is a big change for me. have so much respect to this instrument. Something similar to what I have for a person who's 100 years old. She's seen lots of things that I've never seen, and she's been on the stage, hopefully, so many times. She had played for lots of people, whether that's a concert hall or a bar somewhere or a street corner. When I think about these accordions, I become so sentimental for something that I've never seen. And because of that, I cannot help but treat them like human beings. All I can hope is that maybe people will also see that beauty that I saw in this instrument. And that's why I love doing what I do, something so abstract and something that you cannot hold in your hand. So as long as they survive, I'll continue using them in a state that they are in.